We're talking all things shopping on this episode of We're No Damn Experts, from locally made goods to clothing, souvenirs, and more.
Best damn podcast, the best damn town. You want to get up, get ready to get down. With its big wide sky and the wild river Thames, if you want to go, we can take you there to Great Falls, Montana.
Welcome to the greatest damn town in Montana, Great Falls. I'm Rebecca Ingham.
I'm Shannon Newth,
And we're no damn experts.
That sounded less enthused from both of us than normal.
We apologize.
Yeah.
I am excited about the topic today.
Yeah. This is a
And
good
we've
one.
not covered this,
Okay.
which is insane
Right.
based on how much money I spend in some of these locations.
I was curious when you proposed this as the topic. I was like, ooh, I wonder if she's going to dive into some of her favorite locales.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we're talking about shopping.
Mm-hmm.
Now, our Canadian friends, we know, love to come down to Great Falls and do shopping.
Yeah. We've seen an influx in the last month of that for sure.
My mom is heading out on a road trip today. She's got everything but her clothes packed. And I said, hey,
Okay.
at least you can buy those along the way.
That's true. That's true.
She has her snacks packed.
Okay.
You can buy those along the
Yeah.
way too. But
Mhm.
what's more fun than stopping in another location just to see what they've got?
Right. It is interesting, too, to see the differences depending on where our visitors are from and what they're interested in. Because a lot of our Canadian visitors are more interested in our like big box chain stores that they don't have.
I don't know if I've ever shared this on the podcast, but years ago, we were up at the Calgary Women's Show.
Mm-hmm.
Telling them all about the fantastic things about Great Falls. And this lady stopped. She's like, we love coming to Great Falls. And starts laughing. And she's with a group of her friends. And they're like, don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it. I'm like, nah, you got to tell me what's going on. And so she's like, we love coming down there and getting the KFC and going to shop at the Ross. And I was like, hey,
Okay.
what
that gets you here. Yeah.
Whatever floats your boat. I don't care.
That's funny.
KFC. It's so much fun to hear how other people explore our community, which I would have never connected the dots for those two things. But
the question, it's the Canadians who want to go to Ross.
Now, on the reverse, their Dollar Tree, their Dollarama up in Canada.
It's called Dollarama there?
Yeah.
Okay.
They've got some amazing. I'm a sucker for paper. So you're going to learn more about me.
Like just regular lined paper or like nice letter writing paper?
All of it.
All the paper.
Notepads. 3-ring binders.
Now I know what
you can
to get
put
you for a
paper
gift.
in. Spiral notebooks. Any kind of paper product.
You're all about.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Calendars. Paper calendars. I love paper. And the
you missed your calling. I feel like Dunder Mifflin should have been where you worked. My goodness, your love for paper.
I don't know if I could sell copy paper all day, but
fair.
Like fancy stationery or any kind of cute paper, to-do list paper. I love it.
Okay.
And they've got some quality options up at the Dollarama.
Wow.
So much so I almost told my mom, I said, we need to start a scheme where we come up here and buy all this and bring it back down to the States and then resell it for $10. She's like, I cannot be a part of that.
It's not a bad idea though.
It isn't.
Yeah.
And I did realize she was not prepared for this life of crime with me. She actually bought something up in Canada and she was worried about coming across the border. I'm like, don't worry about it. They're not even going to notice. They're not even going to care. They aren't going to pay attention. And so when we crossed and she didn't get questioned about anything, she's like, oh, I'm like, well, that's our border.
See, we can smuggle in all the paper we want.
Now I'm going to be on some list, and I'm sorry, Mom, you're never going to
cross
be
the
able
border
to go
with
to
you.
Canada
You're going to have
anymore.
to go like way further east to try to get up north.
But all that to say, I do love shopping, and I love shopping in random locations for weird things. So if you're like me, which I think some people are, this entire episode is about shopping.
Yes.
Shopping in Great Falls.
Shopaholic, not anonymous.
Correct.
Yeah.
I'm going to spill every weird secret about shopping in this town that
Well,
I
good.
have.
Maybe you'll teach me some things too. I mean, I enjoy shopping here. My favorite thing, I like to go to the local places when I travel, right? So whether that's restaurants, the shops, unless I mean, obviously we're a smaller community, so there's some big box maybe that we don't have that I want to go to another place.
Agree. Completely agree.
Right.
And from a chick who grew up in a town of, grew up a half hour from a town of 5. For me,
Very
when I was
remote.
younger, getting an opportunity, and I did it, and it's stupid, but when I left and went to college, I would go get a Subway sandwich and then drive a little bit further and get fries from McDonald's.
Just because you could?
Because I freaking could. And those are, I get highlights. But when you're from a town, when you are from outside of a town of 5,
right.
big box,
Fast
certain
food
big
becomes
stocks, kind of fun. So
yeah.
we get that.
Right.
We're not saying that
Go-
that's bad.
Go
that.
to town. Have fun at Ross. We're
Do
glad
whatever
you're here
you
for
want.
It. Yeah.
We're just going to uncover a few more gems that
Yes.
maybe you didn't know about and share why we think they're cool.
Yes. Okay. Do you want to kick us off with
I'm
some
going
of yours?
to kick us off with, kind of the crown jewel. And I'm going to start by saying my experience is based a lot on the fact that I know who owns the stores.
Sure. Yeah.
Which we've done a pretty good job of showcasing who those people are. And it is really fun when you get to know that this is how people make a living and how much passion they have for their store.
Yeah.
You know the people who are buying the inventory. So I'm going to start with Allison. At Montana's largest specialty dry goods store, Dragonfly Dry Goods, who not only has a phenomenal store, but also was one of the people who spearheaded the VIP alley party during Arts Fest Montana.
Oh, okay.
Where the mural artists paint with their spray cans onto canvas and have that art auctioned off.
Which you get really excited about. I'm hoping to be able to go to it this next year.
Oh, Shannon.
It sounds so fun.
It is so fun. And who would have ever thought a party in an alley would have been awesome.
Cans. Yeah.
Now, the other thing, before I jump into the shopping, because Allison is just truly a giver of her time. She serves on board. She does a lot of good work. But then she also, for the 4th of July Hootenanny, which is coming up, and I may have bragged quite a bit about this, but with the VIP tickets that you can only get if you're a sponsor or if you enter our contest.
Yes.
With that comes the ability to go into an actual flushable toilet. And it is because of Allison's generosity that toilet is available. And the food that you get, see how primary, secondary things become? You get a whole free food buffet as part of that, because where that's all set up is in proximity to her building.
It's right next to it. Yeah. So get the VIP tickets.
Right. So
and
now,
thank you, Allison, for donating toilets.
Here's the big thing. You're going to go, how the heck do I get the opportunity of these VIP tickets?
Right.
Because it's a free concert. Morgan Evans.
Yes.
Free concert downtown, 4th of July. You're going to have to email us and we'll tell you.
Ooh.
And that's how we know you're listening.
I like that.
Yeah.
See how far people actually make it into these episodes.
What's the email? information@visitgreatfalls.org. Tell us you want access to VIP.
That's it.
You want a shot at the VIP toilet. That's it. That's all you got to do.
Like, I want the actual bathroom. That's all I'm looking for.
It is such a sweet feature.
Well, when it's hot and everyone's outside and going in not actual toilets.
So that tells you a little bit about the proprietor and Allison's generosity.
Yes.
But that store, let me start with the shoes.
Okay. Yes.
Such a fantastic variety of high quality shoes, sandals, boots, sneakers, heels, Birkenstocks, like the brands that you
Clark's.
want. Yeah.
Yeah.
The brands that you know and love are there.
Mm-hmm.
And she has everything that goes with it. You need a dress for a cruise? Yeah.
Got it.
You show up here for a wedding and something happens to the dress. Oh, you find out your cousin's going to look hotter than you are?
Like, need
Boom.
something different?
Dragonfly Dry Goods. She's got those dresses. She's got casual workwear. She's got coats. She's got jewelry.
There's
got
a whole kids section, too.
kids section, home
Babies.
goods,
Mm-hmm.
woodwick candles, and fun, unique stickers and
Stuff for the kitchen, like
tea
signs,
towels
stuff
that
like that.
are
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
little sassy.
Wine-inspired things.
Yeah. There's men's clothing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, there's men's clothing. There's pillows. There's jewelry. There's made in Montana products.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite sections, and I go to that. I take people there, or especially around holidays, I go there because they have that. She has that great other room that's all Great Falls and Montana merchandise.
Now, folks, I'm gonna say it.
Oh,
If you want your Get Lost stickers, your Get Lost in Montana stickers, which I'm not a fan of, but a lot of reasons.
a whole other.
I'm not going to berate you for wanting them. Just know I'm not enthusiastic about them. But they have a similar sticker down at Dragonfly Dry Goods that you can get.
It's an older slogan, too, right?
It's like 9 campaigns ago that the
Yeah.
state of Montana had that as their campaign.
Yeah.
And I do love what the state does for marketing Montana. But goodness, get a Great Falls sticker.
Yes.
Don't clomb onto a 9-year-old marketing campaign. That's like, this is not a good example, but still wanting a Spuds McKinsey t-shirt. Although they were probably really cool. And if you went to a vintage store, you could find one.
There you go.
That's not the point.
That's not the point. But besides the stickers, she does have actual Great Falls things,
Yes,
not just
Great
Montana
Falls
things there.
sweatshirts, Great Falls t-shirts, Great Falls stickers. Man, Montana is the 4th largest state in the nation. 4th largest state in the nation. Drill down, people. Find something about where you were in Montana because you weren't in the whole state.
Array of yeah.
Great Falls, Montana.
Glasgow is not the same as Kalispell.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
I mean, go to both.
Right.
I mean, come here first, obviously.
Tell us why there's a difference.
Right. Huge difference in so many ways. Yeah.
Do you shop?
I totally forgot what I was just going to say.
So oftentimes I'll end up at Dragonfly for a visit with Allison and end up leaving with a
handful of stuff.
Bathrobe that is so luxurious and amazing.
Ooh, that sounds lovely.
Satin on the inside and then like I'm going to call it velvet, but it's not velvet on the outside. Mocha brown. Stunning.
That sounds really nice.
Not saying you'll end up with that, but
that's what you walked away with. I've gone there when I'm looking for dresses for events or like emceeing or wedding or stuff like that. She has a variety of those.
She's got some great, I'm in a sweater phase now.
Okay. You do know we're going into the warm
100% agree. Also, you should know I am hot every day of the year.
It's kind of a battle in our, not a battle in our office,
pretty much a battle.
She's always warm. Callie's always cold. Depends on the day for me.
You've been bundled up in a blanket for the last 3
blanket.
days.
Well, I have a skirt on and I had a dress on the other day, so like my legs were a little chilly. So I
think that's something that happens all over every office complex.
This is true.
But she's got some amazing sweaters recently that I've just fallen in love with. And they're different cuts and they're flattering. And the other thing that I love about pretty much everyone I'm going to talk about for shopping is about kind of that attention to detail and that ability to service. Because when you walk in, they know what's going to look good on your body. They know what colors are going to be great. They're going to know if the sizes run big or small for that brand, which can I just say is the most infuriating thing
About
on planet
women's
Earth.
clothing.
Oh my gosh.
Yep. For the size that you could be in any given brand ranges, I don't know, at least 6 sizes
Easily.
in one way or the other. Well, and then dress sizes. That's a whole other thing.
It's
And
trying
don't
to find
even
something
start
that
me on
fits on
swimsuits.
something fits on top, it doesn't fit on the bottom, and
Yep.
it is utter chaos to be female.
Yes. And the dress, literally, massive, like, just don't trust the sizes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not important what the tag
No,
says.
it's really not. Just find something that you feel good in.
Right.
That's the point.
and most of these people are going to help us with that.
Yeah.
So that is what is amazing. The coolest thing that I had bought from Allison's Place most recently is a wooden sign that has the state of Montana cut out inside of it.
Yeah.
And then it comes with a heart that you can put on any part of the state that you want. And I got that as a gift for someone, because that's my kind of go-to wedding gift.
Oh, nice.
Put that together with a Mrs. and Mr. coffee cup
Nice.
with a bottle of Orphan Girl.
Oh, tell people what Orphan Girl is.
It's a creamed bourbon that's made here in Montana.
Yes. It's a favorite among Montanans.
Oh my goodness. So, and it's just a really nice.
That's a great gift idea.
Yeah.
I might have to steal that for
'Cause
next wedding.
The secret to my marriage is good liquor.
His Orphan Girl. Here's how you keep it going.
Which a lot of great liquor related gifts as well. Like at N Bar, which is a restaurant, but you can go shopping there. They've got their own merchandise. But during winter, they had some decanters on sale that I just thought were stunning.
Yeah.
And then you could get them with Montana liquors. So I'm
Nice.
just going to make that little plug
That's fun.
as we were talking about that.
Since we're talking about alcohol, I have to tell you about a funny comment that we got on our YouTube page this week. I posted our Eventory video. It's Craft Beer Week when we're recording this. And so I highlighted the Eventory video that I do. It's meant to talk about events coming up that week and a little bit beyond. So I talked about Craft Beer Week because it's Craft Beer Week. And the comment was, well, the only thing there must be to do there is drink. I was like, okay, well, let me... So yeah, I was like, no, there's actually a lot more. And this video is intended to talk about things going on this week. And Craft Beer Week is happening this week. So that's what we're talking about. So just so everyone knows, even though we are now talking about alcohol again, there is a lot more to do, as we're showing you in Great Falls, than drink. But we do well at our alcohol-related events, such as Mimosa Showdown and Craft Beer Week. Yeah.
So Allison has a lot of wine-related stuff.
Yes.
So that makes it fun. Wrapping up that portion, she also carries that brand Brighton. And they've got bags and really great jewelry.
There's a whole jewelry case.
I love that stuff. She's got some made in Montana artists that she features. She's got great handbags. My current handbag is from there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good job. Way to support local.
It's kind of hard not to.
It's true when there's all those great options.
And they're like, oh, here. You don't even really have to shop.
They just bring
I
you
shouldn't
things.
say you. I don't really have
You're
to
a
shop.
regular.
Like they just like, hey, did you see this? Oh yeah, I want that.
I do love that.
It's so fun. And what I love about that store and many of the others that I frequent in town is when you walk in, you can just have that little sigh of relief, and your shoulders drop, and you're in an environment that is creative. And shifts whatever's happening. When I worked a few blocks down from there on the 300 block of Central, oftentimes I'd like get stuck on a project and I'm like, oh, I gotta take a break. And I would walk down to Dragonfly just to do a few laps through the store to get my mind reset.
Yeah. There's something to that. There really is.
I love it.
Well, that says something about the space, how it makes you feel, how it clears your head.
Oh, and I love it.
They also have in the very back a little room, like a discount clearance room. That's fun to explore too.
So if you're a sale shopper, that is a really sweet little room. But also know, Allison's smart. You may be beelining it for that back room, but you're missing some deals up front.
It's in the back of the store for a reason because there's good stuff you
But
have to go by.
She'll put racks, like clearance racks, throughout the middle of the store. So if you're just looping around to the right, which is mostly what happens when somebody walks into a store, they head right and you're going to head back. You're missing an opportunity in the center part, which is where I found most of my good deals.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah, just an insider tip.
Yeah. So do you want to stay downtown?
Sure.
Okay. What's next on your favorites list?
Well, I'm going to go from one extreme to the next.
Okay.
Bighorn Outdoor Specialists.
Okay. I'm waiting for the one that I'm sure you're going to bring up.
Yeah, it's coming,
okay.
I'm sure. Bighorn Outdoor Specialists is really scratch the bighorn part and everything is said in the rest of the name.
Outdoor Specialists.
Outdoor Specialists. We've had Beth on the podcast. Their team actually helped us with the day hike information in our visitor magazine. But talk about being on trend with every outdoor tool you need. So I have a great backpacking backpack.
Okay.
So one that you load up and you can go into the wilderness for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever it takes.
Okay.
I love that pack. What I don't have is a small day pack.
Oh.
So like if I'm just going to go and do sluice boxes for a day, or I'm going to head out to Gibson Reservoir for a quick day hike, I don't have just a day pack. And I'm not talking about just like a place to hold your liquid.
Right.
Because as we know, anytime you go out, you should have some basic things in case your plan doesn't go according to the way you thought it was going to.
Exactly.
And you end up needing to be out in the wilderness. You're going to have some key essentials.
Layers, snacks,
things like
bear
that.
spray, sunscreen.
So I needed a new day pack because the one I was using was not good. And it was my husband's camo backpack and it was just not conducive.
Okay.
So I'm like, I'm done trying to be a homeless person with this. I'm going to get a good pack.
Yeah.
So I go and their staff. So this isn't even about Beth or Chris, although I've got stories about them as well. I go in and their staff's like, what are you looking at? I'm like, well, I had just recently been on a trip and we were at this unique outdoor store. This is so characteristic of me. So I hate even telling this story. Because I don't want people to do this. But
okay, so disclaimer, don't do this.
Don't do this. I was at an outdoor store in Utah, saw these really great packs that I'd never seen before, noticed the brand, knew Bighorn carried it, went home to buy it.
That's good. What's the bad part?
Well, if you're a tourist, I want you to buy it.
Oh, okay. Buy it here.
I want you to buy it here.
Buy it at Bighorn.
But the reason why, this is kind of the important part, which falls into that, there was nobody to help me. And so
at the big store that you were at. Yeah.
Well, and it wasn't a big store. It was a local store, but there was nobody there to help me. And so as I was there, I'm looking at them and I'm like, these are kind of cool. And I put one on and I wasn't sure about the fit and I wasn't sure about where it should be. And I wasn't sure about a few things.
Yeah.
But the only person I had to talk to about it was Robert. I love him, but he is not a source of expertise for this.
No.
So I'm like, well, I know the people in Bighorn are going to know. And so I went and I'm like, hey. And they're like, yeah, grabs the pack. Like, doesn't say anything other than, yeah, I said, I'm looking for a great day pack. And he looks at me, he sizes me up, grabs a pack. He's like, put this on. Let's see. So I put it on. It was the brand.
Okay.
And I'm like, this is perfect. I said, but my question is, where should it fit? And what am I looking at from a fit for this pack?
Yeah.
He cinched me, he moved me, he plugged me.
Yeah.
And it was perfect and beautiful. Nice. And I said, thank you.
And so you go out and you have a good experience then with that pack too.
So great pack. It stores my day stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's absolutely amazing. I love it. It has a hydration pack in it, the water bladder.
Yeah.
Which obviously my backpacking pack doesn't have that.
Mm-hmm.
It is, I love my day pack.
Nice.
And then, you know, most recent purchase from there was socks for the family
Nice.
for Christmas.
Yep.
They've got Smart Wool. They've got
I
Darn
love
Tough.
those socks.
They've got casual socks. They've got fun socks.
Mm-hmm.
They've got dance goes. They've got Hokas. They've got the newest thing I've seen them doing, which I'm so proud of, is inclusive sizing. So more good cuts for women that aren't models.
Right. Which is the majority
and
of
men
us.
too,
Right.
but I'm a woman.
We're talking
so.
about the issues in women's sizing in general. Yeah.
They've got great casual wear. They've got good gear for backpacking. They've got bicycle stuffs. They've got trail maps. They've got advice. They
have fun stuff too for dogs, to take your dogs out camping and backpacking and things like that. They have these they're like collapsible water bowl. I use it for my dog. Now that I think about it, I don't think this is intended for a dog bowl, but this is what I use it for. And they have them at Bighorn. They're bowls that the bottom you can actually use as like a cutting board if you need it, and it squishes down so it's essentially flat. But then it pops open, and that's like Watson's travel water bowl. But they have a variety of sizes that are for camping, so it fits nicely into your packs. But they also have legit dog, like they have life vests for dogs. They have the packs for dogs there as well.
This is what I'll tell you. I, in my mind, believe I'm not much older than 25.
You believe you're older than 25?
No.
Oh, okay.
Like in my mind,
You're
I'm still
25.
very young.
Yeah, sure.
And then I see the color of my hair in the mirror and I'm like, I don't know where that came from.
That's weird. This 25-year-old has that.
So I still act a lot like I'm not an adult. But when I look back, my aunt, who was an avid backpacker, and I'm sure she started like in the 70s or 80s doing backpacking trips, big, massive backpacking trips. She's had the gear.
Oh, it lasts.
But here's the thing about that. It's 70s and 80s technology. And so when I started going out in the wilderness, my aunt was my guide for that. And she got me my first sleeping bag. She got me, I used one of her first packs, which was outside. I mean, just the technology that's changed, but it's a metal outside frame pack. I don't even know if you could buy one in a store anymore.
Yeah.
And then all your cooking gear, all kind of that older technology, because she bought it for me new when I graduated from high school.
Okay.
Which was some years ago now.
You know, just less than 10. I mean, only like 5 years ago. If you're 25.
20 plus years now. But things have evolved and advanced. And what worked in the 90s still works.
Sure.
But can you imagine the more fun experience you'll have with the newer technology? How lighter things have gotten from a day pack standpoint? How just the things that are available that have been thought of since then. So I don't even know when maybe you don't have gear. Maybe you have gear, but it's old. And you're like, dang right, Rebecca.
I need some updated stuff.
When I come out, I'm not bringing my old junky crap. I'm going to get new stuff, because why wouldn't you want to have a better elevated experience?
Right.
Because for a lot of this, it's on your back.
Yes.
So unless you're doing like a stock assisted, which we have,
right,
dropstone
it's
outfitting,
available.
just fine.
Okay.
You can do that, but if you're doing it on your own, get the better technology.
Yeah.
By people who are constantly trying to improve that experience. And Bighorn has it.
They do. They have some really great, I just love some of the gear, or not the gear, the like clothing options there. I got some great hiking pants in there years ago. And I love those things. They've been all over Glacier, all over Montana with them. When I was at the Spartan race, volunteering at the Spartan race, I stood there in those hiking pants. They roll up. They're the really quick drying material. High quality stuff. Yeah.
And then shoes, hiking shoes. I always come back to shoes, clearly.
As you should.
But the advancement and the changes that happen in hiking shoe technology.
Yeah.
And the cool thing is kind of the difference of how they feel and when you want to use certain kind of shoes for certain kind of experiences. Yeah. Because I've gotten a variety of hiking shoes. They're all designed for hiking. And you would think, well, how big different is that?
Yeah.
There's a lot of difference on the way they feel and the kind of terrain you're going to be on.
Yes.
Very important, because you could be, in a Mercedes and then hiking the Pinto, you know? And so they really visit with you about where are you hiking and what's going to make the most sense and what helps. Because when you put on certain shoes, they just feel different.
And if you walk in and you see the wall of shoes, you might go, oh, those ones are pretty. Oh, I like the color of those. But they're like, no, that's not going to work for your foot. And if you're 10 miles into the mountains, you want something that's going to feel okay and not give you a bunch of blisters.
Yeah. And they know that.
Right.
Because they've been doing it.
They've been doing it forever. Yeah.
And so they know, oh, that is a good shoe. And if all you're doing is like walking the paved portion of the River's Edge Trail, it's not going to matter.
Right. Right.
You pick the pretty one. That's fine.
You'll be okay.
But if you need a specific shoe for a specific activity, hunting, hiking, you're in the bob versus the little belts, whatever it might be, talk with them about
water crossings.
Yeah. They're going to get you what's going to be most suitable for the terrain in your foot and your body.
Yeah. They also have, I love my Chacos. I've had my Chacos forever and ever. They've been all over the world with me. They sell Chacos there and other sandals in that variety, but I just particularly love Chacos.
Got Chaco flippy floppies.
Oh, did you?
When I was a kid, they were called thongs.
Yeah. That's
panties now.
Different things come to mind nowadays for that.
So I call them flippy floppies.
Yeah.
Thanks to Lonely Island and Adam Sandler. Nope.
Oh my gosh, I know him.
Really doesn't matter.
I know him. It's gonna come.
Andy
to me.
Samberg.
There it is. Sandberg.
Yeah. There we go. Sorry, Andy Samberg, if you're listening. Come on the podcast. You can yell at me.
Please. Yes.
But they're amazing. You can't wear them out. I'd like to meet the person who does.
I finally got the new soles on mine only because the front and the very front, the part that I put my foot on and the actual sole part were starting to come apart. So I kept like catching the front.
Yeah.
But I got them when I was 15, maybe. I've had the same pair and it was just last year and I'm in my mid 30s and I just got them.
That's some good tread.
Not 15, like 19.
12.
Still. Yeah. The point is they literally have taken them all over the world. So they're good. They're good shoes.
Chris and Beth know what they're doing.
They do. And also if you're in town and you want to rent a kayak or paddleboard while you're here, that's the place to do it as well.
For real?
Yeah.
Okay. You confirmed?
I actually called Bighorn this morning because we had somebody asking about bike rentals and they told me that.
No, that's right. They don't do bike rentals anymore.
Which I'm sorry to the guest that Callie and I sent there this morning. And then I got an email from a guy who's traveling from Ireland to come here and wanted to know about bike rentals. So I was like, I'm just going to call them.
Bike rentals is becoming a little harder, but kayak rentals, paddleboard rentals, and then if you have your own bike, you can get it serviced and get stuff done at Bighorn with that. So.
And they have winter, like snowshoes and stuff too for winter time. Yeah. So good stuff there.
Oh, what?
I have a gift card to there burning a hole in my pocket that I need to go use.
I don't know why you wait so long.
I know. I don't know either.
Robert was down there yesterday.
Really?
Yeah. They carry SunCloud sunglasses. It's our favorite brand now.
Okay.
He used his as a, tire block. Ran over him with his large piece of equipment yesterday. So he had to go get a new pair.
Yeah. I'm real tough on sunglasses. I understand that.
So, Shannon, do you want to share one of your shopping?
Yes.
here's the thing that I get real excited about this topic. We're going to have to cut ourselves off.
Right, because I was like, we're already a good way in, and we've only talked about 2 places.
And I'm excited, but maybe you aren't listening. You people, the people listening, maybe not be excited. So you talk now.
Well, the other one, I'm going to stay downtown. I have stories about 2 different places that I'll share. So first, I want to talk about Pizzazz because I love Pizzazz. So Pizzazz is our kitchenware and cooking store extraordinaire, which, by the way, you can get drinking. You can get mimosas there as well. They will serve them up $5 or something like that on the weekends.
They do have a great little craft cocktail section there of things you can get if you want to be your own little
barista.
No,
that's for coffee.
Mixologist.
There it is. Yep. They have a lot of options.
But I've gotten a lot of gifts for people there.
Yes. So there's so many different things you can talk about there. So I guess first I want to talk about their oil and vinegar bar, if you will.
Yes.
So they have a whole wide selection of any kind of concoction of type of cooking olive oil you can think of. So like I have a truffle oil that I got from there. So basically you can go and you can get different size bottles. And if you're around Great Falls much or you use it while you're here, you can go back and have them refill the bottle for a less price. But for visitors, though, you can go in. A friend and I did this once when she was visiting. We went in and we sampled different types of olive oil because they'll give you samples of all the different kinds and you can see and you can go home with your own little bottle. So that's one of my favorite parts of the store.
It is addicting almost.
It is because then you're like, oh, I wonder what this is. And then the people who work there are knowledgeable because they're like, okay, you could combine this with this or this is what I do with this. And you get all new ideas for what to use it for, whether it's salad dressings or whatever. So I love that part of Pizzazz. They also, within the same section of the store, they have, if you want to like a grab and go lunch, maybe you want to grab a lunch, go out, have a picnic out at Ryan Dam or along the trail, and you don't want to go to the grocery store for it, they have a great little refrigerated section where you can go in and they have bowls, like they have a Jamaican bowl that was really good. They have salads there. They have little pizzas, or if, you know, you can grab something and take it home, cook later. I really like that section because if I happen to be downtown, I'm like, oh, I need something quick for lunch. You just go in for, $10. I can have this really delicious like Buddha bowl thing. And so that part's also great.
I love all the gadgets.
Mm-hmm. Yes. All the gadgets you didn't even know existed in the cooking world.
So I like the idea of cooking with garlic.
Okay. But not actually cooking with garlic?
Well, I think it's great to cook with it. And I don't mind the flavor of it. I have no allergies, nothing like that. Yeah. I like how fancy it makes me feel to go, oh, it needs some fresh garlic.
Yeah.
But honestly, how do you deal with that? And I had one of those pressers.
Yep.
And it sucked.
Yeah, it didn't do the job.
And I don't know where I came from. So I went down and I said, Veronica, I have limited skills in the kitchen. Let's just be honest. I want to be able to use fresh garlic in what I am cooking when it calls for garlic. But I don't want to push it through. And she's like, well, we have here's our garlic wall option.
Oh my gosh.
And I got the coolest one. You just put a clove in and you, like a little race car, run it back and forth.
Really?
And it has blades that just chop it up.
Oh.
And then you lift the lid and dump it out.
You're done.
It
also sounds fun to use that.
Super fun to use because it had like the little rubber gears that moved the blade back and forth. And it's in a round circle with 2 wheels on it. So it looks like a little space car. And I'm like,
like,
dump it out
now. Cook all the garlic. Yeah.
So that was the other thing with Veronica telling me, she's like, this is more your style. I'm like, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Because it's fun. I love it. And so the amount of time I spend just looking at the gadgets And then the other thing I really like, which is I find funny because I have a niece that also gets excited about this, is little things.
Mm-hmm.
So like you get a little fork and a little,
Oh yeah.
and they've got some little spoons and
Yeah. Like, what am I going to use
got
this
all
for?
these things in there on that gadget wall.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know what I need this for, but I want it.
Yeah.
And then just their cookware.
Yes. I went in, this was fairly recently because I'm looking, Jason and I have been married coming up on 3 years.
Ooh.
Right? 2.5 years? Crazy. We still basically have a compilation of random cookware from both of our lives prior to the marriage. And some of his are, I mean, they're good, but they were, I think, his grandma's or something. I mean, they do the job, but we really need to and I've been enjoying cooking more. We really need to upgrade this. And I'm trying to find things that are maybe less toxic, like, you know, so a lot of times coating in the cookware
starts to peel off
can
and
be
you
toxic,
eat it,
right?
like,
and that's not so good for you. So I went in and I was like, I need help. Like I'm willing to spend a little bit, but I don't want to go crazy. I want something, you know, I'm trying to find things like, So I went in, had my list of things. And she walked me through like, okay, this is what we have. This is this brand. This is what it does. This is how I use it. If you want to splurge on one piece, you know, we have this fancy brand. You can use it for this. Or, you know, just for your eggs, maybe get a smaller one in this kind. And then for the rest of the, you know, anyway, so she gave me kind of the whole rundown of here's what we have and here's how I use it in different ways. And if you're looking for this. So really, like we're talking about at Bighorn, knowledgeable in actually being able to use this cookware because it can be really overwhelming.
I feel the same way about shopping for makeup.
Oh, yeah.
Like there's 500 brands. How do you even pick?
Mm-hmm.
But the big thing with cookware is you've got like cast iron, you've got stainless steel, you've got the coated, you've got Dutch ovens, you've got ceramics, you've got...
And you're like, how many of these do I actually need?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Cookie sheets. What am I doing here? Bread pans, bunt
right.
Cake
How often
pans.
am I baking a bundt cake? No, I'm not.
I'm going to tell you, they've got some really cool bundt cake pans that have little patterns that make it look like a flower.
Yeah.
I would bake bundt cakes just for that.
If it had that fancy pattern in it. Speaking of things with patterns, which also connects to one of my other favorite parts about Pizzazz, is they sell little... they're like a Scandinavian, I'm forgetting the name, but it's like a Scandinavian or Norwegian, like cookie. It looks like a little waffle press, but it's for a very specific type of thin cookie that you make at Christmas.
Krumkaka?
Yes.
Krumkaka
Good
iron?
job. I thought you might know.
from
your
Norwegian
roots.
heritage.
Yes.
These are from my people.
Yes. So they sell those there. And I took a class. So Pizzazz offers, it's one of my favorite things. The classes, and Chef Rhonda is amazing. There's other chefs there, but I just love Chef Rhonda.
And she's kind.
Yeah, she doesn't make you feel like an idiot for asking a question about cooking.
So I've also taken a class from Chef Rhonda, and I'm just like... Anyway.
And she's super fun. So they have a cooking teaching kitchen in the back where you can go, and it's limited number, so you actually can... ask questions, experience it, and they teach you how to make all kinds of... They do various series. Like right now, this year, I think they're doing a movie series. So I think you watch the movie and then the recipes are inspired by this particular movie.
I will caution people.
Okay.
You take a class at Pizzazz, there is a high likelihood you will become addicted to what you've learned.
Yes.
I took a charcuterie board class.
Oh, fun.
It was so much fun. I had such a blast. Now I'm there all the time buying the meats and the cheeses.
Charcuterie stuff. Yeah.
And whatever is new and the sauces and the jellies and the jams and the crackers.
Oh, and you introduced Callie and I to your own little charcuterie sandwich combination that you make.
Which, yes. I mean, there's so many different combinations. I, of course, fall into my ruts, and these are the certain things I like. But, when you open your mind to some craziness, which Chef Rhonda helped me with.
Yes.
And she said, I think what was freeing about the process, because when you look at a charcuterie board, you're like, what the crap?
Yeah.
She's like, all things go together. Don't worry about it. I'm like...
You're like, oh,
Okay.
that's so helpful, because then you just get to play around.
Good to know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like you can't do it wrong.
That is freeing to know that, because then you can actually just be creative and have fun with it.
And then she says, try things. You might not like it, but you might. And it doesn't matter because it's just a little bite.
Right.
You're good to go.
It's not a whole meal here.
So I love the fact that you can take the classes. You can learn either a skill or how to make a food. They did some really cool stuff years ago where they had lunch and learns.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That was fun. And I learned a recipe that I still make today from
Nice.
that, like a curry, Indian curry
Yum.
food. Oh. And if I can do it, folks, oh my Lord, you can do it.
Yeah. And Chef Rhonda's a great teacher.
Yes. And they do fantastic jobs with that. So I'm not saying it might be a reason you show up here, but if you're in town, check out their classes.
Yes.
Or maybe plan around the idea that you could take this class. It is so much fun.
It's a really fun experience. Highly recommend. And then, of course, if you need, you can purchase your stuff right there at Pizzazz to keep making. Like, I really debated that day, and now I really want to, before this Christmas season, go back and buy one of those Kroomkaka. So it's called, one of those presses to make that.
I also learned how to make left side. So
Oh, nice. I went to like a Cuban inspired class there too, and that was really fun.
They do such a great job. And if it's anything food related, kitchen related, drink related, they're really on the top of their game and they're sourcing some really amazing things.
Yeah.
And here's the other fun thing. They're going to know how to use some of that stuff.
You're like, what is this contraption?
I had a dream of kind of having this fancy cocktail area in my house. And I had visited with them about like the smoke chip thing. And they said to me, I can get you what you want, but are you seriously going to do this? And I looked at them. I'm like, well, I think I do. They're like, this is the amount of work it takes. This is what you're going to have to do. I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to do that.
Maybe you're right. Thanks
you.
for talking me out of that.
I'll buy all this stuff.
I'll buy
then.
the rest of it. They're like, we know you're good to buy other things, so we don't need you to buy this.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it's a really good kitchen food store.
It is.
I do love that.
So next door to Pizzazz, we'll give a men's shout out here. There's Kaufman's Menswear downtown. And I'm bringing this up because, well, I love Brian. Great guy. He has beer in his store too from Mighty Mo. Did you know that?
I had heard because of the wedding shoot that we did. So
oh, sure. Yeah.
if you're looking to get your tuxes done, there's not a... You may not put Great Falls on your list of destination wedding locations, but you would be
You were remiss not
wrong
to do that.
if you were to do that. We've talked about Gibson Park.
Yes.
Kaufman's Menswear,
Yeah.
always on trend. Always look put together.
Yes. I know. So my husband, him and I met when we were both on TV. And so obviously, like for TV wardrobe, he was always needing suits, ties, right shirts and stuff.
On trend.
Yeah. And he was able to go to Brian and be like, Brian Kaufman, one of the owners. It's a generational business there. And Brian just helped him find stuff that worked. He would order it in. They had tailors that would fix it. And then when it came time for our wedding, so we wanted to do a traditional in terms of like normal traditional black tux, things like that. And Jason was very like particular in the type of...
I can't imagine.
I know. There was a bridezilla between the two of us. No, it was him. No. And I appreciate this too. And he was like, he kept trying to find just a classic tux. And he had the hardest time because he's like, so many are this like certain trim cut, or, you know, it's very trendy. And he's like, I just want a classic tux. And Brian helped him make that happen. Brian found it, like he got him ordered, he got the shirts, like everything. And it was exactly what he was looking for.
We have a friend that is an executive in a construction company. And I did not know, because you always just see him in T-shirts and like a quarter zip. He is big into suit coats.
Oh, okay.
And he is down at Kaufman's all the time getting suit coats for the meetings he has to go to for like when bids are let or when he's bidding on a project and meeting with a new client.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, oh, I gotta go to Kaufman's, get my coats.
Yeah.
And it is because they're trendy, but they're for all people.
Mm-hmm.
And Brian can help you with that. And then he, of course, gets them tailored so that they fit.
They actually fit
better.
correctly. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it's just, that dude looks sharp when he puts on a coat. But it's, not just that part. It's casual wear. So if you want to just look nice, they've got sweaters. They've got shirts. They've got jeans and pants. And
I know
great
Jason's
socks.
gotten some good just like kind of polos, pullovers. There's vests. He has a hat, which I love because it looks very like European. It looks like a Scottish hat, which Jason's all about because relatives are from Scotland. And he wears it when he goes skeet shooting and trap shooting. It's his hat for that. But it's a very like proper gentleman European look cap that he got there.
Let's talk about that for a while because like in the 1920s, men didn't leave the house in sweatpants and a t-shirt.
Yeah.
They looked put together.
If you want to hear a
Vests and a
tirade,
shirt.
just invite Jason on. He'll go off on that. Yeah.
Why
What
did we get
happened?
away from that? And it's not just the men, it's the women
It's
too.
everybody. Yeah.
Showing up in leggings and a bra.
That's not how you go shopping to Walmart?
It is. I will do yard work when no one's looking in that.
Sure.
But women used to go out in dresses and heels and hats and gloves.
Yeah.
And what happened? I'm sure Brian could tell us. We should bring Brian on. And he could
I
tell
actually
us.
was just thinking how we should have Brian on because his family has such a like history in this community, and just that building. What Brian's told me about that building is fascinating. That one that Kaufman's is in. Let me tell you, if there's some type of like war happening or earthquake, you want to go to his building because it's not going to fall.
Also, if you have the opportunity to visit with Ike, his dad,
Oh my gosh, yeah.
do it.
That man, just a wealth of Great Falls history.
The amount of stuff that man knows and the randomness of it all. And great supporters of Montana State University Family Business Awards. Just, I think they've won one or two. Amazing people.
Yeah. Okay, so that's Kaufman's.
Okay.
We're this is already over now.
So obviously we'll do another part of shopping.
We'll do part 2.
Let me end
Okay.
with the premier place I love to go
Yes,
shopping.
please do.
I call it Tracy's. It
Not
is
the
called
diner.
the Blue Rose. The proprietor there, 15 years in business now.
Okay.
And I'm not going to give this story away because I think it is so important for you to go and hear the story directly from Tracy to know why it's called the Blue Rose.
Oh.
Because it's
I
not
don't
really
know this.
Okay.
Okay.
You have.
Ooh, now I have to go ask Tracy.
Yep, you do. And it is such a touching and compelling story. And it has to do with the piece of artwork that hangs behind the cash register at the store. So there's
what a teaser.
I know. Am I not good at this or what?
I'm impressed.
Tracy has some men's clothes, a lot of women's clothes, a lot of great artisans. I bought I'm not going to tell you about my most recent purchase there, but I get my, I don't know if it's perfume or cologne or eau de toilette.
Oh,
I don't know.
let's go with option 3. It's fancy.
I'm going to call it perfume.
Yes.
And it's in a little roller ball, and it's
those are
called oak or cedar or something like that. It's an element-based brand.
Yeah.
And she was telling me she found them at market somewhere, but the person who designs that's originally from Great Falls.
Really?
And she has a jewelry maker as well that has earrings and necklaces that she stocks. That is, I think she found in New York. They're connected to Great Falls somehow.
Neat.
So it's interesting to find kind of these brands that are known for high quality stuff around the world
Yeah.
here. And so not everything she carries is, I'm going to say fancy, but it's very fashionable. It's always fashion forward. It's comfortable. Some of it's really elegant. Some of it's casual. Like she carries Fry.
Yeah.
And they've got some really cute, just the simple white sneakers, which are back in style.
Yeah.
They were so popular in the 90s. And
Yes.
I loved that trend of white sneakers with a really cute little dress. Love that it's back. She's got on-trend stuff, shoes, handbags, brands. Johnny Was, my most coveted shirt on planet Earth, is from the Blue Rose.
Oh.
And I have to tell you, when I bought this shirt, tell me social media doesn't work.
Was it an influencer campaign?
I was across the street at the Mighty Mo, I think probably during Craft Beer Week.
Okay.
Consuming their local wares, scrolling through Instagram, and she had just posted this shirt. I'm like, oh, that is a stunning shirt. I need that shirt. And so I finished my beer, more than likely paid my tab. I have a little bit of a history of leaving my tab open and then just leaving.
Good thing people know you.
So then the number of times I've had to call Seth and go, oh my God, I'm sorry.
Did I not pay my tab?
He's like, it's fine. I just closed you out. I'm like, how? Here's the standing thing. If I'm going to be that stupid, always add like a 50% tip on.
You deserve it.
So I walked across the street, held my phone up, and I said, I want this. And she says, perfect. Doesn't say anything other than that. Grabs the shirt off, and she's like, go try it on. And I was like, oh, it's so gorgeous. And I looked at the size. I'm like, the size not going to fit me. And she's like, you were wrong. Get in there. Try it on. I got in there. I tried it on. Shannon, I cannot tell you how amazing it is to put on a shirt, regardless of size, that fits in the shoulders the way it's supposed to. That closes the way it is supposed to.
Across the chest.
When it hangs so nicely. And this is coming from a girl who loves a bargain and whose husband actually said to her one day, I can't wait till we have enough money where I can just buy shoes that fit me instead of shoes that'll work because they're on clearance. So if that's any indication of the life that I have lived, my poor husband... I'm like
I want to buy full price shoes someday.
And so I look at my closet and I go, oh no, I think a lot of my closet is, well, it fits okay, but it's, because it's on clearance or it doesn't.
Right.
It was it's like the heavens opened and the sunshine
this
down.
Is how clothes are supposed to fit.
And I was like, oh my gosh, I want this.
Yeah.
Now, I will caveat, and Tracy makes no bones about it as well. It's on the higher end of the spectrum for price point.
Yes.
Johnny Was are not cheap. Velvet is not cheap. That's quality products.
Right.
They're made. They come with a higher price tag. It is so worth it.
I want to put a shirt on that feels like that.
And this is how stupid. I'd hardly ever wear it because I don't want to wear it out.
Yeah. Right. Or spill on it, stain it.
Yeah.
That would be my qualm.
Beautiful. The front is plaid, the back is silk. I love it. I love this shirt.
Have you worn this to work ever?
I think probably not since you've been here.
Okay.
I might have worn it once, maybe.
Okay.
I tell you,
Someday.
that's what I'm telling you. It's just so silly that I don't wear it more often.
But if it fits that well and feels that good, it's like you want it to last forever.
I know.
Yeah.
And Tracy tells me it's stupid because styles and trends change.
Right.
And if you aren't wearing it now, then when you wear it, it's going to look out of place. I'm like, no, there's no way this place,
Yeah.
It's not that, it's timeless
it's not that
fashion.
trendy.
It's timeless fashion there. So she's like, just wear it. It's also the first place I ever bought a pair of Fry boots, which
You love your Fry boots.
love my Fry boots. I think what else have I've gotten coats there. I've got beautiful beautiful coats from there. I need to go through my closet and eliminate the things that I just don't swoon over.
Yeah. Well, when you get something
Jewelry.
that looks and feels like that, then you're like, oh, everything else is not great.
My earrings today are from
Are
there.
they?
And
those are fun. I like those.
this is an event that Tracy does every now and again where she does like a swap. So you bring in stuff that you've bought at the Blue Rose
Okay.
to resell,
Oh.
kind of like a used market.
Yeah.
Percentage then goes to you as the seller, and then it goes towards the purchase of new product in the store.
Hey, that's
and
nice.
that's where I got these earrings from.
Nice.
Kind of a weird thing to buy in the buy and swap, but she cleans everything up.
Well, yeah.
And,
Yeah. It's not like you're buying underwear.
right.
Yeah.
She doesn't have that
Yeah.
there. But yeah, that is a real generous, beyond belief generous. Had a weird mishap. She had texted me probably 2 months ago, shortly after I had sent an email work related about donations for something.
Yeah.
So I thought she was calling me about that. So, and I hadn't been able to connect with her. And so I finally texted her. I'm like, this thing's coming up. You had asked me to call you back when I first sent this. I don't know if what you needed to talk to me about is this, or if there was something else and you remember what it is. She's like, no, but I'll give you stuff for what your free stuff is. And so I went down and got it. And I said, thank you. She's like, well, next time I can do more, if you give me a little bit of notice, but a day's notice is not enough. And I'm like, you didn't have to do this, but I thought maybe it was connected to that. So that's what I wanted to help prompt you about, because I'm old too. And I forget like what I called somebody about 2 months ago.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to completely drop the ball.
Yeah.
Maybe they should have just left the ball dropped. But
But she stepped up and helped.
yeah.
Yeah. It's been a long time since I've been in there, sad to say.
Oh.
I want to, someday I just want to be like, I am doing a downtown shopping morning and just go down
It
and
is
wander by
so
myself down there.
Amazing.
Yeah.
My friends don't hang out with me very often. That sounds sad that I have to say that, but they don't come here to hang out with me. But when they do, we have so much fun.
Yeah.
And they came a couple of years ago for Mimosa Showdown, and in between mimosa stops, in order to drink responsibly, we shopped.
Yeah.
And they just loved the experience because of our shop owners and the pride they take in doing such a fantastic job. So, of course, they're like, oh, that was so much fun. I'm like, yeah, we could do it all the time if you would just come
here.
visit me, and we could do that.
Yeah.
But
Still haven't.
clearly they don't like me enough.
This seems like a much deeper issue than we have time for
And it
on this
sounds
podcast.
like I'm just gone into this pity party, but that's that's not what happened.
Well, if it helps, the majority of my good friends live in other towns, so that's not happening for me either. Often. They come visit.
Clearly, we can both testify that when our friends do want to spend time with us and they show up in our town, they have a fantastic experience. So that just leads me to tell you that you will also have a fantastic experience.
Yes.
Because of the types of people that run these stores. And we haven't even gotten close to the iceberg on this.
No, there's so many. We literally talked about five stores.
We did not. Farmer's Daughter Fiber, who hand makes their yarn.
Yeah.
The good wood guys who have good hard wood. But talk about your charcuterie board problem that I have. Their boards are so gorgeous.
Yes. The gift shops within our museums.
And I wanted to talk about my sippy. Well,
Okay,
it's not my.
Your sippy cup?
It's not my sippy cup.
You're not going to take it?
No, I'm going to go buy one.
Okay.
I just can't justify stealing it when that's not the intent.
It's not stealing.
It is. I'm going to go get a CM Russell.
I think we need to do a part 2 because we need to talk more about all of these other places.
Can we safely say the ones we've talked about are downtown?
Yes.
So downtown part 1.
Yes.
That's what this is. And then we'll do one on just gift shops.
Yeah.
Because
the
History Museum's gift shop.
Oh, love that one.
Portage Cash at the Lewis and Clark Interpretive Center.
Paris Gibson Square.
Oh, yes. Okay. So there's
Center.
one.
Yep.
And we've highlighted just briefly how fun that is, but we're going to dig into
the Russells. Yeah.
We're going to dig into
There's
stuff.
a lot more. And even downtown galleries. That's a whole other thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe we could get Christy from the CM Russell store here.
Oh, yeah.
She's knocking it out of the park.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got great stuff.
So, obviously, passion project for me is talking about shopping
Yes.
and all the different things you can buy.
And we also have, Target and Ross for our Canadian friends.
Yep. We have a Penny's, a Sephora, an
TJ
Ulta,
Maxx.
TJ Maxx.
Mm-hmm.
We could name drop all day long, but
Shields.
what good story ever started with? I'm joking. Because obviously you have a good story
Right.
when it comes to KFC and
This is
Ross.
true. Yeah. We have stories about those.
I
Yeah.
just loved those ladies, and I hope you're
I
continuing
just thought
to
of
come down.
another one. The new Montana Apothecary and Compounding Pharmacy in Habit.
Oh, yes.
I love their gift shop. And then if you want like Lululemon high end stuff, we have that too. This is part 2. We'll do more.
There's so much amazing shopping.
There is.
Okay. So, folks, we're wrapping it up.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, if you made it this far,
Thank
I
you.
talked about VIP Hootenanny tickets.
Yes.
Information at visitgrapefalls.org. Tell me you want into the insider toilet. And then we can't wait to see you here to do whatever you want to do. Outdoor recreation, live music, shopping, dining. We're here for you. We don't have it all, but what we do have, absolutely amazing. So until we see you here in our fine community, we hope you're creating amazing memories with your friends and family, wherever you might be. Bye-bye.
We're No Dam Experts is the recorded claims from Great Falls, Montana, covering what you need to know about this amazing damn town. Damn, that felt good.